Welcome to the PrinceOnyx Network.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's your good guy here, PrinceOnyx, and I am back. So this video is just really a little bit of it's not a story time, because I really don't do those, so there's that. This is really more of just me talking about my life as an independent filmmaker, or life as a filmmaker in general. So basically just giving you guys an insight on what it's like to be, me, an independent filmmaker or filmmaker in general. So let's go ahead and do this. So I would say that in my 3 years of being a filmmaker, that I've just taken in so much information and working with different people, different energies, different walks of life. It can be very challenging, and it's like you as an individual, you have to learn. This is why leadership skills and team management skills and being a team player as opposed to a lone wolf is very important, because you have to be able to know when to put your foot down. You have to be able to know when you have to separate being, being the friend or associate or the nice guy to being a boss, and again, putting your foot down. And if people's feelings get hurt, hey, it is what it is. Like, you're not in this business or in any business when it comes to doing your own thing, or when you become a boss or employer, CEO, whatever. You're not in the business to make nice all the time and be Mr. Nice Guy and be all super duper expialidociously friendly. It's like, no, you are in this business to in the entertainment business in particular, you are here to create your work and to execute your work well and get it out there to the masses and show people that, this is what you bring to the table as an artist, as a director, a producer, a writer, a casting director, whatever the case is. This is what you bring to the table, and, not necessarily take it or leave it, because that's an ultimatum, but it's like, you have to know when to put your foot down. So there's that. And then also, so working with actors, this is why I ask, when we do casting calls, this is why I and my team ask for resumes, as well as, a headshot and a body shot. We ask for resumes because we want to see because we do film primarily, we want to see, how versed you are as an actor or actress. We look and see, okay, how many film credits do you have? How many TV credits do you have? Even if you've been an extra, it still counts. And that's something that I'll probably touch on in a little bit. But we want to see, like, okay, how many film and TV credits do you have, as opposed to theater credits? Because, and it's like, if we're working with somebody who's primarily a theater person, that's not a bad thing. It's just a matter of training them to, not overdo it. Because in theater, you have to over project really loud and make sure that the audience can hear you, and you have to do all types of things. It's like with theater, I would say, I'm still a little loud. With theater, it's kind of like you really have to rely on your physicality, and again, over projection. You have to really depend on those things in order to get the show going. I've done two plays in high school, well, really three. The third one I did I was a choreographer. I had choreographed the dance for this one dance segment, but that was pretty much about it. But it's like you really have to move the audience a lot, because you're doing a live performance, you know what I'm saying? And especially with being a theater person, as opposed to doing stuff on film and TV, you can't say, wait, what's my line? Because, when it's a live show, when there's people in the audience, you're not supposed to say, what's my line? No, you need to know your shit way ahead of advance, coming to rehearsals, which rehearsals are important, whether in theater or film and television, because you need to know your lines. Because, okay, here's the thing with us. I'm sorry, my ring fingers, as you can tell, as you guys can see, this one, it was a little pinching my pinky finger, so just give me a moment. Alright, anyway. So, really, rehearsals are important because, okay, here's the thing, I had to get my train of thought back together. Here's the thing with us. When it comes to filming, you get 3 times at best not even at best, 3 times in general to ask what's your line, because you should already know your lines ahead of time. Like, we start our rehearsals, for example, Confusion 3 Part 1, Trials of the Gods. We start our first rehearsal next month. So from next month all the way to like July, before we start filming in late July, people need to be off book. I want to say by June, to be honest with you, people should be off book as much as possible, because you need to learn these characters, study these characters, study the role, you know, and you need to live, breathe, eat, sleep. You need to live, breathe, eat, sleep, and shit these characters, these roles, not just in my projects, but whatever project you are on. Like, you need to embody these characters. These characters need to become you. They need to become you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, people really have to take this shit seriously. Like, people really have to take it seriously, because here's the thing when it comes to auditions and, you know, casting calls. If you get cast and let's say somebody else went for the same role as you, the person who didn't get cast as that character who you got, and he didn't get cast as another character, they lost out, because the director and the casting director, you know, the producers in them, they saw something in you. So you as a person, when you commit to something, like when you get casted and you're, you know, committed to something, you have to be dedicated and committed. You can't half-ass that stuff. Like, really, you shouldn't half-ass anything in life, because how are you going to get through life when you half-ass everything? Like, has anybody ever been to a half-ass graduation, a half-ass job interview, a half-ass funeral, a half-ass memorial? Like, if so, I mean, I would love to know those stories, but it's like, if nobody's ever been to something that was half-assed, you know, or if you have been to something that was half-assed and you knew that it was, and you were like, and in your head, you're just like, you know what, this could have been a whole lot different, or this could have been ran better, then don't come to anyone's production and, don't come to anyone's production and half-ass, you know, act or perform or rehearse or whatever the case is, because you need to be ready from head to toe, from top to bottom. You need to be ready. So that leads me into another point, basically. So with Confusion 3 Part 1, me and my team, we did the casting on the 18th, which was this past Saturday. And, you know, everybody who we had hit up and who made the final cut, they were excited. They were like all excited. So this past Tuesday on the 21st, I had woke up, you know, was getting myself all together. I was still, you know, a little tired or whatever. Got in the shower, freshened up all this stuff, brushed my teeth, applied the almond glow to my face, you know, for my beautiful skin. And, you know, got everything together and all that good stuff. And then I get an email from one of the actors, or actresses, actor or actress, those words have become interchangeable. But anyway, I still say both. That's just me. But anyway, oh shit, hold on, y'all. Man, this ring is really like pinching my, I'm sorry, y'all, this ring is like really pinching my pinky. Ugh, I hope I ain't getting no, I ain't get a cut. It's just really like pinching my pinky. I guess this one ain't really for my left one, it's probably for my right one. But anyway, don't really matter. So I anyway got an email from one of the actresses, and she was saying how, you know, she had to decline because I have a cough syrup in my mouth too. She was saying that, I'm sorry to inform you, but I have to decline because I have other commitments that I signed on to before I got this role, you know, blah, blah, blah. She will remain nameless. I'm not going to put her name out there like that. So here's my issue with this situation. I'm not so much upset at her dropping out, because one, she dropped out early on versus her, you know, going along with us all the way into July when we started filming, and then she chose to drop out. I'm glad that she didn't do that, because that would have been messed up. But my issue more so is the principle of the matter is, okay, listen here. As an actor, an actress, an artist, or whatever, carry yourself. Sorry about that. My camera had died, but now I'm back. Anyway, so like I was saying with this particular actress who emailed me, she was saying how, like, you know, she had to drop out because of prior commitments that she signed on to. So let me go ahead and finish my last point. Well, my former point before the camera died. You know, you need to carry yourself with professionalism. Like, yes, again, she dropped out before, you know, we got into the filming part, the production part, because we're still in the pre-production stage of the film. But it's just a matter of, okay, if you knew that you had signed on to if you knew that you signed on to other things before we gave you the phone call on that Saturday, what you should have done was you should have said, I thank you guys for this opportunity, but I have to drop out because of XYZ. Then we could have said, okay, well, better luck next time, maybe next year, because we're doing part 2 of Confusion 3 next year. So it's like, but with you dropping out after we, have initiated you into the cast, and we, welcomed you along with everybody else, we promoted your picture on our Facebook page, and was letting everybody know how we're excited to work with, all of the new cast members, whether you have a one moment, sorry about all these distractions. Anyway, you need to carry yourself with professionalism, and it's just a matter of like, it's just, okay, yeah, you dropped out on us, after we initiated you and stuff like that and welcomed you and all that. It's just a matter of, okay, well, here's the thing, dear. Good luck next time trying to audition for another one of my projects, not just Confusion, but any project that I do, because here's the thing. If an actor comes to you, they submit to your project, and you're waiting on them, you're waiting to receive an email about, okay, when can you come in for auditions, or when can we expect your video submission, because you can do either or. You can do in-person auditions, or you can do video auditions, either or. And all of a sudden they tell you that, oh, other things have come up, or my priorities have changed. It's like, that's offensive and rude, because it's like the director does the casting call, with the casting director, and yes, they are seeking the actors, but the moment that you decide that this project has caught your attention, it has caught your eye, and it's caught your attention and it's caught your eye, and you submit for it, damn, it's like, okay, you dropped out because you prioritize something else over this. That's rude and disrespectful within itself, because it's like, if the shoe was on the other foot, I wouldn't have prioritized whatever the hell else it is that you got going on over this, over this project. So, I just, damn, it's like you prioritize something over me. Okay, well, cool, because then I know what type of person you are. You're the type that's quick to change your priorities at the drop of a hat. So I'm not gonna even bother looking at your submission next time. I just like, girl, okay, this is so and so who submitted to us. Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't get it. And trust, we wouldn't be the only ones who do this, like who just ignore a person's submission based on their behavior last time. That unprofessionalism. It's just like, damn, sis, really? And then on top of that, to be honest with you, what I think it is with this actress is she was probably upset because she didn't get the particular role that she was going for, because she was going for one of the principal leads, and the character that she got was more of a supporting character. To be honest with you, there's really no such thing as a character too small. No role is ever really too small or too little. Hell, even extras play a part in the production, whether it's a film or a TV show. They make the scenes look more realistic, and they add more, emphasis to the scene to make it, again, more realistic, because you want, stuff to, like, certain scenes, if it's in a diner or something like that, and the characters are not by themselves in a diner or at an art gallery or whatever, you add extras in there to add more to it to make it seem more real, more real. So it's like, I think that she was on the low key, I think that she was upset that she didn't get the character the character is one of them who she, went for. And it's like, in all honesty, the characters were too strong for her. And that's no offense to her. It's just like, girl, we were looking for people who we know that, like, they're going to not only blow us away, but they're going to blow the audience away with their performance, to the point where they won't be like, oh, that's so-and-so, the actor's name. They'll be like, no, that's automatically Khalida or Alina or Jade Wilson or whatever the case is. So just because you didn't get, to play one of them, you're still a part. You were still a part of the production as a supporting character, regardless. And the supporting character had one scene, but it's like that one scene, it was pretty good. Now the scene is still in the script. I just had to change some lines around and change the dialogue around, and I casted someone else to, fit this role, and the person who I casted to fit this role, she was happy to take on the role. So it's like, it's a matter of play your part, know your place, and play the role. Like, you were probably upset because you didn't get the role that you wanted, but again, sis, that happens all the time in Hollywood. That happens all the time in this industry. But it's like, if you're still given the opportunity to be a part of the production as another character, you should want to take that. Now, I'm not trying to say that, oh, you should settle for less, because it's not, in my opinion, it's not really settling for less. Settling for less would be that, okay, you didn't get in at all, and, you know, you're really upset, and you're just like, well, you know, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. To be honest with, to me, I don't see it as settling less. The character who she was supposed to play. It's a matter of, girl, you're still a part of the production. Because the funny thing is, she had applied last year for Confusion 2, but she submitted too late. And it was just like, I'm sorry to inform you, but we've moved on and we've already chosen somebody for this role. But then she came back for Confusion 3 Part 1, so clearly you were still determined to be a part of this production, and now that you were a part of this production, now you just pretty much, you know, really struck a chord with me. So it's not really a matter of I burnt a bridge with her. No, it's a matter of, sis, you burnt that bridge with me, because it's just like, wow, okay, so because, again, you most likely were upset on the low because you didn't get to play the character who you wanted, you just decided to drop out. And then on top of that, again, if you knew that you had other commitments, like I said previously, you should have been told us that. You should have been told us that when we gave you the phone call, and then we would have just been like, all right, well, better luck next time. But again, you screwed yourself over, so there's that. But like I said, you just really got to put your foot down and let people know that you're not playing with them. Like, and then on top of that, once the actress dropped out, I immediately, you know, changed the script, and I let everybody know, hey, so-and-so dropped out. Well, I didn't even include her name, but I just said an actress dropped out. I found a replacement. I had to change the script a little, just that one scene. But continuity is fucking important. I didn't say it like that, but continuity is important. So it's like, here is the revised script, and there's that. So it is what it is. So I mean, yeah, life as a filmmaker for me is it can be challenging and difficult at times, but I just get through it, because I know at the end of the day, I'm gonna make it and I'm gonna shine. And you know, for those who, my thing is this. I say that a lot. My thing is this, or here's the thing. I know I say that a lot. For the people who are rocking with me since day one, when we do get to the top, or whatever it is that we're trying to go, when we do get up there, or success, or whatever it is, the ones who fell off, oh, they gonna be pissed and so pressed in their chest. You would have think somebody took a damn iron to their chest to clear out all the fucking wrinkles that they got in their damn body. And that's all I got to say on that. So yeah, you know, life as a filmmaker, man, it can be crazy too. Another thing is, when it comes to working with people who have diva-ish attitudes, but are so, to be honest with you, you can tell that a motherfucker got a diva-ish attitude if they have to literally say out loud, oh, I'm not trying to be a diva, but, well, bitch, what's the but for? Like, oh, why did you even have to tell us that you're not trying to be a diva? I'm trying to figure out, what is it, why did you have to even say that? Because you thought in your head that you were going to be perceived like a diva for saying this little comment, when in actuality you are a diva. When it comes to working with divas, fuck them. Don't even bother. The moment that somebody says that, you got to keep a close eye on them. But if they're not really that much of a valuable person to the project, drop their ass off like you dropping a body in the river. Fuck them. Like, they drop their ass off like you dropping fish back in the river after you just got done doing some fishing, and you like, this one don't really look that appetizing, or it is what it is. Toss that motherfucker back in there like a coin toss, bitch. Psh, heads or tails, don't fucking matter. Toss that bitch like a coin and get it over with. And that's that. So that's pretty much my little video on the life of a filmmaker. If I have any more things that come up about, you know, the life of a filmmaker, I may share it with y'all. But other than that, be sure to tune in to the progress of Confusion 3 Part 1. As I said, we are going to have our rehearsals starting next month. Yeah, next month on the 4th. So we'll probably, we'll probably like record a couple of them and also go live on Facebook, and probably even go live on Twitter and wherever else, probably Instagram. So just be on the lookout. And yeah, so I'm happy with the cast members who are still here. So, you know, fingers crossed for them that they don't fuck up, because man, I have no fucking time to waste anymore. Like, people, you know, don't waste people's time, don't waste their business, don't waste their money. That's it, that's all. Because I'm telling you, you never know who is in this industry and who knows who, because you can end up screwing up your whole career before it even takes off, all because of your ego, your diva-ish ways, your attitude. You gotta humble yourself. And like when I'm saying humble yourself, I'm not trying to say, oh, you need to be quiet or let people walk all over you. No, never let people walk all over you, but be a professional, stand your ground, and be about your business. That's it, that's all. I'm just saying, be about your business and show people that you're a boss just like everybody else in this business. I mean, do y'all really think that someone like Jay-Z or Beyonce or K. Michelle or Vivica A. Fox or Angela Bassett or Spike Lee or Tyler Perry or Ava DuVernay, do you really think that any of them, you know, got to where they are because they let people walk all over them and they were just all so cheeky and Mr. Nice Nice or Mr. or Mrs. Nice Nice and so, you know, just, oh, you know, whatever, you know, just lackadaisical? No. They understood who they were as a person, they understood their brand, they understood this business, and they, you know, made these power moves and these power plays to get to where they are. So, you know, hey, it is what it is. So that's me. Hope you guys enjoy this video. I haven't said this in a long time, but be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and look out for a couple of more videos coming up at you, you know, later today. So I will see you all later. Peace. Got the rings back on, baby. See you guys.